So does the driver shaft you use actually make a difference? We're going to do a test today. I'm going to test out 4 different shafts, but we're going to test the weight. We know about stiffness. I've done that in a previous video. But we're going to test to see how weight affects your driver. Does it alter the flight? Does it alter the dispersion? Come down to Mizuno. I've got my main man, Matt, here. Matt, a little bit about the shafts. What would we potentially see if we're changing from the weights? We've got 4 of them, 60 all the way up to 90 grams. What's going to be potentially different?
So I think the huge difference you'll see from the lighter versus the heavy is how it affects your rhythm and how it affects your timing.
Yeah.
And then ultimately how that creates efficiency in the shot. So, you know, are you going to be able to manage that heavier weight?
Yeah.
There's always a scale where golfers get to where they find that perfect weight, and it goes from being too light to too heavy, and you find that perfect kind of middle ground where you can time your shot, you can find centerness of strike, and you can ultimately then hit good golf shots. So I wouldn't expect your head speed to change dramatically between the 4 shafts, but what I think we will see is a change in efficiency.
Okay, and the shaft that we're using, Ventus Blue, is it?
Ventus Blue throughout, so we've got a 6X all the way up to a 9X.
Okay.
So the 6 coming in at 65 gram, and then you've got the 9X at 95 grams.
Right, okay.
So quite a big difference.
Okay, so we've got a blind test. We've taped them up. I don't know which one I'm going to be using. We're going to hit 5 shots on the GC2 with each, and I'm going to hazard a guess to which I am hitting. Like we say, characteristics of the ball flight should change as we change through each shaft. So shot number 1, you know which ones they are, don't we?
Yep.
I'm going to try and hazard a guess. I reckon that's 80 is my first feeling. Look at that. Tiny fade, I'll take it. I'm thinking 80 or 90.
Okay. Thoughts and feels?
Don't feel as quick as I would do with potentially what I think would be a lighter shaft.
Okay, so you feel that being heavy?
Yeah, I feel it being a little bit heavier, a little bit like firmer up top as well.
Okay.
Feel it more in the butt if anything, but yeah, I'm going to say 80 for that one to start off with.
Okay.
Flight-wise was okay. Wasn't seeing like that's why I don't think it's the 90 because it's not super flat. I'm expecting a heavier shaft just to almost flop out for me.
Okay. Yeah.
No pun. That's lighter. That's class.
That feel good?
Yeah, that's munched.
Nice.
Super straight as well. At the 90.
I'm not saying anything. When you're being critical about what's going on, remember what feels comfortable. When you get to the top, what feels like you get to the top, and you can then start that dancing as you want.
In fact, that feels lighter than the second one in hand now.
Okay.
The first one, sorry.
Okay.
Ooh, goodbye. That was all me, that one, just flipping my hands through that.
Just felt it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Good move. Is that the middle one?
A little bit bottomy, if anything, but straighter. It feels tighter, this one. Obviously, that third shot, was just me flipping my hands at it. Mm-hmm. Front to back seemed good.
Yeah, they all carried a very similar number.
Yeah.
So, when you're fitting, you've got to cling on to some positives. And if it be a consistent carry number, it doesn't matter where they've ended up, we'll look at that. So we'll keep our eye on that later on, but it might be interesting to see how that, how that correlates.
Weight, would that alter dispersion? If you get something that's super light, you can't feel it, it's going to
absolutely
be wider.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where you're finding that happy medium of a weight and a flex that you can swing efficiently and quickly, but doesn't overpower you, know, and then you can't be taken for a ride with it, and that's where the weight gets too much, and then you start to see a drop off.
Right. Feels class, that.
That feel good.
Like, yeah. That was 80, the first one. That's 70.
Okay.
That's heavier.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah, that's 90 all over. I felt like I had to work hard to get that shot then. I actually feel like I'm getting knackered hitting this one.
So you're going with 90?
Yeah,
you're going to go with 9?
Yeah.
Okay. The outcome can only be affected by weight, shaft, and then obviously your ability
you
to
feel
then
it
time
in the golf, during the golf swing.
Yeah, and what feels right sometimes doesn't always equate to good numbers. Sometimes it might feel a bit alien to start with, but it's creating efficient golf shots. And that's where the fitting side of it comes in, and actually educating some golfers into actually, okay, it feels a bit alien, it feels a bit different, but look at what it's producing.
Yeah.
You know,
would you say then if someone was going for a fitting, it feels good to them, but it's absolutely wild, but oh, it feels great? Then you get one that feels a bit funny, but the numbers are tight, the shots are all good. You push them on more towards that one, saying, well, over time this will feel normal and you'll get that performance, as opposed to trying to change the performance to what you feel.
Yeah, because familiarity plays a huge part as well, and what people have always used and always been comfortable with, you know, might just be a transition into finding the correct stuff that feels on the range, feels a bit different, feels a bit alien, as you say, but ultimately will improve their golf. You know, it's like when you go for a golf lesson and you change something, it feels horrific to start with, but you know you're on a journey to getting better. Same sort of thing with your golf equipment is what feels correct from the word go isn't always going to be the same 6 months down the line once you've got familiarity, once you've got a better golf swing, and once you started putting better moves on the ball. So yeah, finding somewhere in the middle between what feels comfortable and then what's going on factually is where we want to get to from a fitting.
Sweet spot.
That perfect level of I'm happy, you're happy, go and play golf.
Oh, nice.
Good shot. Nice.
A bit higher, that one.
Okay, higher its ball flight.
Yeah. Okay. Right then, reveal time. How many has he got wrong?
Right, so first of all,
Yeah.
which one, if I said to you now,
Go and play with one.
we're going to go and play golf, which one would you go
Number
towards?
2.
The second one.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at your second one in terms of numbers,
Yeah.
I would have to agree with you to a point.
Yeah.
It looked comfortable. Yeah, everything from a numbers point of view remained constant. So that was good. Do you know which one that was?
No.
Which one as a 2?
I guessed the 70.
Okay, so that was 6.
Right, okay.
So that was your 6X, which
no
surprises really. If you had to say to me what you think is going to happen, you'd probably find you're most comfortable with your 6 and your 7, and the 8 and the 9 then, because they are a lot heavier at driver length, they will then try and maybe catch you out a little bit, which to a point is what happened, because the last one we hit there, quite liked it.
Yeah, that felt, if I wasn't, I felt a bit tired then.
What did you
I
put
reckon
that one down?
I put that as 70.
Yeah, so that was a 7X.
One right. The previous one was the 90.
No, the first one was a 90.
Was it?
Yeah. First one was 95 gram 9X.
Wow. That's heavier. Oh God, yeah, that's 90 all over. So I got one right. Solid.
But interestingly though, like with the irons, the one you picked out as the best one, well not the best one, sorry, the one that you got correct was the one you probably hit best. And then in your mind you probably relayed that back, right, what am I using at the moment? Linked it with familiarity perhaps, and went, well, am I going to probably get on with a 9? You've probably gone, no. Regardless of feel, you know, everyone comes back to what they're used to and what they're comfortable with. 6X, no surprises there, you found the centre of the face easiest. Hit probably the best shots, and if we were playing a pairs match, I'd be giving you that one. You know, from consistency of shot shape, that one screamed out as the best. You know, you're averaging there over 300 yards. It was good hit.
So out of the 3 clubs, 4, sorry, out of 4 club speed wide, did that change much from each one to one?
Club speed, as we said at the beginning, I didn't think your club speed would change dramatically. The what was that? Is that the 8? So the 8 increased slightly.
Yeah.
You know, there's an average
but that was the one I thought was 90, and I felt like I had to swing it harder to get control of it.
Okay, yeah. And then again, coming back from a coaching point of view, when you putting a tuition spin on it, is that a good thing?
No.
You know, then you're then trying to force it.
Yeah.
And you know, then we're not talking about sledgehammers here. So the ability to swing it faster is there in the tank.
Yeah.
But would you be telling people to do that? It's the last thing you want to be doing. You know, you want to have something that's comfortable. You can create nice rhythm, and you can just stand there, turn and let the club do what it wants to do. So that will probably be why that's increased, because you felt you had to.
Yeah.
But your other three, the 6, 7, and the 9, almost identical head speed there at 112. So you know that's something that I would expect to be fairly constant. It's the efficiency then that changes.
Yeah.
The ability to square the face, the ability to find centre of club. Yeah, all the things that paint a successful fitting, they're the ones that get wayward.
Right. Interesting there. So does it matter? Yes is the answer. And I think, you know, as always, definitely have to go and get a fit, because what you'll feel throughout your golf swing will be very different, even just changing by 10 grams per shaft as you go through them. So if you are going to go and look at a new driver, I'd give that Ventus a try, because that was class. And definitely go and try the different weights and see which one feels best for your swing as well, guys. If you enjoyed that video, why not check out the one about loft and how much that is going to change your driver fitting as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.